Why is it Muslims that are the only people that are trying to give us affordable health care? And why are we like, stop?
Okay,
And then why is it Muslims that are like, hey, do you want all your tax dollars sent to Israel? We've noticed this. And we're like, stop. Yes, we do. What are you doing? Stop whatever you're doing. And then Muslims are like, did you like Jeffrey Epstein? Because we're getting mixed signals. And we're like, yeah, we did. Because no one got in trouble. And he made us a lot of money. And I don't think any of this stuff with Iran would be happening right now if our dad was still alive. That's like what it's like to be Muslim in America, because they expose the illusion of our politics and religion. That's why we can't see them. And so America,
Not see this, not
it's
see
always
that.
been evil, right? And so
You know,
essentially
I'm
it's been
beginning to
rich
think
white
they don't
people
like
using
us.
Christianity to do basically Congress-based cash grabs. And white people never gave a shit about that as long as it was mostly white people in Congress. But now that there's less white people in Congress, we're like losing our minds actually, like for real. And so, you know, obviously our politics are not real either, right? That's why black Democrats vote the exact same as white Republicans. And when a Muslim enters into the field, they immediately expose that. It's just like immediate. They're like, oh, everything is a lie in America. White people hate poor white people more than anyone, right? No one's ever hated me like the rich white people that I've met in New York and LA. And so essentially, poor white people don't meet rich white people. So they don't know that they use Christianity so that all the poor white people can send their kids to die in wars that rich white people act like they fought in. And then they pocket all the money and then they just like give it to their kids or Israel or their favorite alcohol, tobacco, or like gambling website of choice. And so essentially, of course, Muslims are out here trying to save us from ourselves, right? They're trying to lower drug charges. They don't even smoke weed, but they know it shouldn't be higher than sex trafficking and pedophilia. But white people do all the sex trafficking and pedophilia, and we need slavery to be profitable. So, of course, it's Muslims that are trying to save all the legal citizens from ICE. White people don't give a fuck about anything. We don't give a fuck about ourselves. How's white Jesus gonna save us if Israel's sending all of our tax dollars to candidates who are taking our rights away? If they cared about us, they would just leave us alone, okay? And so I got a senator who's pouring boiling hot water over his ex-wife's head. Help! He's not dropping out. It's so rapey, right? I got a representative at the same time who's accused by his daughter of going into her bed with boners, okay? Help! Jesus, I love that she's going to see Israel in her nightmares now. I just need to know if they're going to kill her, because $60 million is a lot more than what Charlie Kirk died for. And where I'm from, $200 to $300 would get the job done. It's just not that much money. You know what I mean? I love that we're chasing her around the country. We need to normalize that for Nazis. But again, and the history books, if you're not Christian or Jewish, the history books will say, thank you so much for trying to help white people. And white people will say, stop! Stop! But either way, have a good day, despite us or to spite us.